Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Spirit of Beverly Bolden YouTube channel. I'm going to do a tarot card reading this evening that addresses light workers, star seeds, peacemakers, and those who are actively seeking ascension. And first I want to say that it's evident that this group of people is going through a struggle. And I say that because if you just are able to look at the world right now, darkness and destruction and perversion are running rampant. And so if those energies are running rampant, then it means that the light workers and the star seeds and the people who are here to help and save the earth are going through some type of situation that has their hands tied behind their back. And Spirit revealed to me that personal weakness is what is affecting those who've actually come here to help. Tonight I'm going to drop on the Money Makers blend that I make in my company, Beverly's Beauty Blessings, because it's actually a thinker's blend. In addition to the clove and the citrine and the cinnamon and the different things that I have in the blend for money, I have herbs and resins in there for thinking, because you can't make money without thinking. You cannot fulfill your purpose, which is what money is about. Money is about intent. You can't do the things that you need to do that are necessary without thinking. All right? So we're going to start with the Starseed Oracle deck. Tonight I'm playing 428 hertz. Healing frequency, sound, because that's about awakening inner strength. A lot of star seeds and light workers feel like, we only supposed to be dealing with light, right? I'm not going that way. I want to be very, very concise. Okay, there you go. And now I'm going to grab the herbal astrology. I didn't take all those cards initially because I'm channeling ways in which to deal with personal weakness, and because of the tenderness of it, I want to be very concise and just start basic and not overwhelm those who are in alignment with the message that I want to get across. And those who know and understand what I'm getting at. It's almost like if someone has a broken foot and you go to physical therapy, they're not going to start you off with doing lunges and squats, right? They're going to start you off with gentle ways to strengthen the wound or the area that is weak. So that's the reason that I decided to do a 3-card pull. So now let's talk about it. So the first card that was pulled, it says, water your garden. Nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. That's just what I said. Nurture the wound of personal weakness. You know what it is about yourself that cringes, shies away, draws in, doesn't face and doesn't confront challenges. That is the area that is blocking you from being a light worker, from facing injustice, from facing the very area that you have come here to assist mankind with, either developing or eradicating, or just growing in an evolved way. So let's see where we at. So the first thing I want to say, watering your own garden, means that you can't be of any aid to anyone, even though it may be your purpose, if you haven't dealt with those things about yourself that need to be dealt with and addressed and healed and strengthened. The star seed inquiry, what is your body yearning for? Yearning as in what is a weakness. What in your body, your mind, your soul, your emotions, mentally, physically, spiritually, is yearning to be looked at, that is crippling you. Earth is a seasonal planet, and as such, you're a seasonal being, cyclic. You can't be on and in full bloom month after month, day after day. You can't be a light worker. You can't be a star seed. You can't be a peacemaker. You can't represent ascension 365 days of the year. You're strongly being called to put on the brakes, rest, and refuel. You have good intentions. You are a superhero. But there's a kryptonite somewhere in your existence, and you know what it is. It's time to rest and look at that area. Refuel by doing your inner work, your shadow work. Meditation, yoga, exercise. Strengthen what personally lessens you. Indulge your light. To take a moment to restock and replenish and slow right on down. Your body is the only body you're given, and it needs to be respected as such. You're being called to take responsibility for your well-being. Yes, you are here to help the world, but you right now are being called to take responsibility for your own advancement by actually taking a rest, taking a break, to put your health and body first. I know it can feel like time is running out and as if there are urgent things that simply can't wait. However, if you keep pushing on, soon fatigue will set in. Not only will fatigue set in, but there are people who will allow you to use your last breath of air. This way of living is unsustainable. If anyone continues to race through life, eventually they will reach exhaustion and will take longer to recover than it would have done to rest. Immune system disorders and mystery illnesses are becoming more common because we're putting too much pressure in our bodies to keep up with the instantaneous pace of modern life. And that instantaneous is mostly due to social media and the amount of information and the amount of people that we can reach in a matter of just scrolling. It's an illusion. How are you being called to put on the brakes, to rest, restore, and rejuvenate? When was the last time you took a holiday or had a full weekend, day, or afternoon off? Look after your precious body and mind. Give yourself enough time to recover when you find yourself running on your reserves. There is enough time. Life will bend toward you when you do. It can be a personal weakness to feel like you have to save other people all the time in lieu of not doing anything for yourself. Because what you do is establish that you don't have any boundaries. You are willing to give over your last in order to help someone else be better. Self-preservation is what's being asked of you right now. The next card we have from the herbal astrology is Cat's Claw, purification. It all goes along with the first card. Let me take this back down. Water your own garden. By pumping the brakes, you actually purify. By nourishing your body with tenderness and rest, you're actually purifying your auric field, purifying your own energy. And when you stop to rest, you can actually see what you are thinking. See what it is that you are feeling. When you're in the mix with everybody else trying to heal the world or save other people, their stuff is getting mixed in with your stuff. And so sometimes you don't even know what it is that you are really feeling or wanting. Other people's desires and agendas and intentions can be transmuted to you, and you're thinking that you're thinking one thing and it's not actually your belief or your thought. So let's see what the Cat's Claw has to say. Cat's Claw and purification. Upright, rewriting the story, connecting to heritage, belongings, worthiness, safety, connecting to your origins, DNA purification. Astrological ruler, Mars and Pluto, which is Aries and Scorpio, scorpionic energy. Rewriting the story. When you take time to pump the brakes, nourish your body with tenderness and rest, that is a purification, because when you can settle down and be still, you are able to look at the story from the perspective of inner peace and clarity. You're able to look at the story and know what needs to be changed, what sentences, what experiences, what circumstances need to be reworked, what thoughts need nourishment and what thoughts need to be deleted. You can know which parts of the story are actually yours, or which parts are connected to heritage. Heritage in a illustrious way, as in the pride and the dignity of your heritage, and then heritage with regards to generational ways. They call it a curse, but generational ways that are destructive and no longer serve in a beneficial manner. It's about belonging. I would translate this as belonging to yourself right now is what you're being called to do. Worthiness. Personal weaknesses definitely affect self-worthiness. And by pausing, you can see what ideas are coming from false self versus which ideas and behaviors and ways of being are coming from authenticity. Purification is safety. You make yourself safe by stopping to refuel. Connecting to your origins. These are things that you can recognize through meditation. DNA purification. Once again, that goes into connecting to heritage. Clearing out those things that were conditioned into you just because of the family that you were born to. Not just your immediate family, but the environment, your neighborhood. Called una de gato in Spanish, cat's claw has been used medicinally by Central and South American tribes for at least 2,000 years. The Ashanika tribe in central Peru has the longest recorded history with the plant, using it to treat asthma, inflammations of the urinary tract, arthritis, bone pain, recovery from childbirth, and cancer. Other Peruvian indigenous tribes use it to treat diabetes, hemorrhages, menstrual irregularity, fevers, viruses, tumors, internal cleansing, and balance in the body. Modern scientific research has confirmed its effectiveness in treating asthma, upper respiratory infections, viral infections, wounds, environmental toxicity. I just spoke about that. There are ways that are being accepted as normal in the environment right now that are actually toxic to living creatures. And because light workers are part of the society, and as I mentioned before, experiencing personal weaknesses, these weaknesses open up a portal for environmental toxicity to seep in. It's like sometimes I'm scrolling on social media, and there's a part of me is like, this is not for you to watch. And it's like, oh, but I'm still watching it, and I have to catch myself. There is some personal weakness that is allowing, less and less as I get more into my inner work. But that's just an example of what I want to say, that personal weaknesses allow for toxins, spiritual, emotional, mental, physical toxins to seep in, poisoning, and so much more. A powerful immune stimulant, cat's claw is ruled by the archetypal energy of Mars and its higher octave Pluto. So Mars energy is leadership and confrontation, and higher octave Pluto is about transformation and going into the darkness. Going into, hey, wait a minute, why am I looking at something on social media that I know is just a bunch of nonsense and ridiculousness? So there's some addiction there, right? So now let's look into that. Or the energy or the archetype of addiction. It ignites many essential biological processes in the immune system, remedying many inflammatory diseases, while rebalancing the body through purification, Mars, and renewal, Pluto. So the cat's claw rebalances through purification, Mars, which is confrontation, That's Aries, the first fire sign of the zodiac. So there's the rebirth, the purification of a newborn, of hope, of possibility, of potential, and the fire, which fire burns what is no longer necessary. Fire can be used to cook, or it can be used to burn the whole damn house down. And renewal, Pluto. Pluto, once again, is about going into the dark. So the personal weakness is the darkness, or not allowing you to share and shed your light. So you go into that thing that you don't want to look at because it's ego-based, but it's embarrassing, right? It's embarrassing that I'm looking at something on social media that I shouldn't be. But if I just decide not to judge it, I can examine it. And then in examining, it's like, oh, you're just doing this because it takes 30 days to form a habit, and you've been doing it for more than 30 days. So then there is this quick fix that you're getting. And once I know what that is, then I just stop. Once you know what the personal weakness is, and you really examine it from every angle that you possibly can, and then because you are a light worker, because your intent is to help and not hurt from your authentic self, then you're going to examine it. And then you transform. Like Mars, it stimulates to regulate. It confronts to purify. That fire is being used to burn what's no longer necessary. And it initiates to heal. It's confronting, not to just cause drama, but to heal. To heal those parts of you. You know, just being a light worker, being a starseed, being a peace worker, wanting to ascend, wanting better for mankind, in and of itself doesn't make you that. There's work that has to be done. We're all human. So there are all aspects about ourselves that need healing in order to return to authentic self. Herbs ruled by Mars are usually hot, stimulating, and dry. Guidance. Cat's claw powerfully protects our sacred essence, our blood, and our DNA. So once again, by stopping to take a break to nourish your body with tenderness and rest, you are actually protecting your sacred essence, your bloodline, your connection to heritage. Like the Black Panther, it is regarded as one of the mighty protectors of the sacred ways of the forest. Cat's Claw is here today to help remove blockages, wounding, or trauma. More than likely as a light worker, a starseed, a peacemaker, you who move through faith and not fear have encountered circumstances where people feel like you're supposed to just take whatever. You're supposed to turn the other cheek. You're supposed to be humble in all situations. But no, that's not what Aries energy is about. Aries energy is fire. It's about confronting personal weaknesses and those that see your light as a weakness to be exploited and to be trampled upon. This is a reminder to take this time to befriend the silence of the dark void. You see the things about you that are less than, and then you just get quiet and allow it to just be this emptiness, this source of pain, this source of I'm not worthy. Step into the void. See what's in there. Look at it like a Rubik's Cube. Turn it around and hear what the messages are. And then be transformed. Channel the gifts that your ancestors have provided. That's connection to heritage in a illustrious way. Once you pause and push the brakes and just stop in the stillness, because by virtue of who you are authentically, you're going to get downloads. Know that your path is loved and supported by life itself. So from the body tarot, we have trapped, 8 of wood. Trapped, confusion, hampered. There is nothing quite so distressing as feeling trapped, and that's the energy this card suggests you are currently experiencing. If you are confused about which way to turn for a solution, you should know that it is not external to you. If you're going through something and you know that you have intelligence, you know that you're a light worker, you know that you're a starseed, you know that you are important. Deep down in your soul, you know that you're important and that you are part of the equation to the solution of the things in this world that are not going according to enlightened plan. Then your confusion is actually an illusion. But because you're not taking the time to stop trying to help others, stop trying to save others, stop trying to be this perfectionist, you're confused. Other people's stuff is meshing in with your stuff. You are the answer you are seeking. No amount of volunteering at homeless shelters, no amount of praying for people, no amount of doing things for other people is going to save you. It's going to purify you. It may sound like hogwash when you're in the midst of a crisis to be told you can pull yourself out of it. But remember that you are far more powerful than you can ever imagine. So you out here helping all these other people. It would be impossible for you to think that you can't help yourself. However, personal weakness, not confronting with that Aries energy, not confronting the personal weakness, just brushing it off or being positively toxic by just maybe praying and then not acting with faith with regards to finding a resolution for whatever the personal weakness is what's hindering you. Look for the solutions in your own emotional armory. You're powerful. If you are watching this reading right now, you are powerful. Powerful as in the ability to make things happen. Powerful as in the ability to bring about change. You are the change that you are seeking right now. I wish you love. I wish you peace. I wish you light. And if you found this reading helpful, a financial donation is greatly appreciated. I'm going to leave my Cash App, my Venmo, and my PayPal addresses in the link below. And just think about the things that Source has used me as a messenger to share with you. You are necessary for the world, but first, you are extremely necessary, as authentic and as whole as you can be for you. Thank you for watching the Spirit of Beverly Bolden Tarot Card Reading channel. Be well.